lost Wednesday's first day of racing, canceled because of the high winds. Now it's full points, and this thing is up in the air. I mean, this thing, the points, you've been Mr. Abigus over the weekend trying to figure out the points, and it's going to be a very big advantage to finish first or second to have a real good chance of winning a world championship today for most teams.
For most teams, you look at it, most teams are still very much in the hunt of this. And when you do the math, anybody that finished in the top 3 on Friday, a victory today puts them in the front runner spot to have that world championship. There are a few caveats and ties that could come into play and tiebreakers and everything to that effect. But finish in the top 3 Friday, bottom line, a win today, it might as well be your world championship.
Well, don't forget today from 1 to 2. It looks calm out here right now. From 1 to 2, you're going to see the wind pick up. So it's going to be a big prop selection day. You're not sure if you want it all calm or what you're going to come across from 1 to 2.
And then the slot selections for all of these races, it's inverted. So if you were a winner on Friday, you're going to start outside, and if you finished at the bottom of the pack, you're going to have the inside lane. So that offers the whole other dynamic. So it's going to be exciting. We have 59 boats here. There are a couple of scratches. We'll tell you who those are as the day goes on. That could play into the point standings because you do get a point for every boat you finish in front of. The other thing, Joey, is that guys that didn't finish on Friday, they want to win today. So they could mix things up.
Absolutely. And those teams that didn't finish need to win and have to have other teams potentially break down because they're down those laps right now. So they're needing help as well. But, that means that they have to gun for it, absolutely, and just get ahead of the pack and stay ahead of those teams that they're racing with. And there's going to be a lot of different classes going in that first 10:30 race. We have your bracket 6, 5, 4, 3, 7s as well, too, and then the modifieds, 2 different modified Vs classes. So there's a lot of different racing going on inside that first start.
Yeah, and there's teams that probably are completely out of the points hunt that we're expecting to vie for the championship. They're going to be spoilers. So they want to win, and they just may be completely far outside the chance of winning the championship, but they're going to want to finish here first today. J.W. Powell, let's get the lineup of our boats racing here in the first start for the RWO Key West World Championships presented by Performance Boat Center.
In this first race, we've got 2 starts. The first start will be Stock V and Modified V. In the Modified V class, we've got number 2, BoatFloater.com. Number 7, the 151 Express boat. And then the number 700 boat, the guys from Trinidad, Sheriff Lobo. In Stock V, the number 21 Shocker. Number 33, an MRV. Number 97, FastBoys.com. Number 13, Latacrete. 19, RNS Racing. And number 4, Octane in Stock V and Modified V.
All right, so the Stock V boats will be to the outside. Mod V boats, there's 3 of those. Total of 9 boats on this first start. And they're up, and we're racing. Allez Vite. Final day of racing for the 41st World Championship here in Key West. Looks like Fast Boys is out to a good start here early. BoatFloater.com, who won on Friday, running back in the pack a little bit, just ahead of the second group. And second, Sheriff Lobo coming up on the inside as they head out to turn number 1.
Is that Fast Boys or is that the 151 Express on the inside taking that first pin there, which is the guy that's fighting boat floaters for that title in the Modified V?
Yeah, I think you're right. That is Express.
That's huge for him. He needs to get in front of the Kill Dolls there and stay ahead of boat floaters. They want that title, and they would win it with that.
All right, our bracketed boats are going to get started here. We'll get the quick lineup as we look back here in a moment at the second start, but we're watching the mod boats go around turn number 1. Dub.
Bracket number 3, 33 Harpoon Harries. 327 Team Woody. 388 Herbot Racing. And 337 the Cigarette Justice League. In bracket number 4, 421 OC Racing. Number 404 Simmons Racing. 467 GNS Motorsports. In bracket 5, 527 Golf and Gator Team Woody. Number 549 Team Farnsworth Papamigos. Number 517 Bulletproof Good Cars. Number 516 Bronx Phantom. 3 teams in bracket 6, 600 Powerhouse Marine, the boys from Key West. 696 X Insurance Gerard Marine. 699 Jackhammer, and rounding it out, bracket number 7, 703 Steel Industries.
Yeah, we saw in that Class 300 the Team Woody 35 Fountain with the twin 500 KTE engines in them took the early lead. They, of course, they got schooled on Friday by the bigger Fountain, the 42 Fountain Harpoon Harries. Scott Brown and Ed Tamburino took the first place finish. Those boats are super fast. All these bracketed boats have bracketed times at the speeds that they can go at. They'll have to turn their data loggers in. They cannot exceed those speeds. And if they do, they'll be disqualified. But I was told by Billy Shipley, the driver of Team Woody, they were going to win today. Boat floater.
There we go.
And Express come in gunnel to gunnel after lap number 1. Boat floater with just a nose.
Yep.
And then Lobo in third. Latticrete around first. In Stock V. Shocker in second. Fast Boys in third. North Myrtle Beach in fourth. And RNS Racing running in fifth. The boat floater was able to chase down 151 Express. Just got by them here in the harbor to finish the lap just by a nose, I think, guys, in front.
That was a move. He made that move right in front of us here, I almost want to say, right as they went to the finish there.
Yeah. Side by side.
So boat floater 1, 151 Express 2, Sheriff Lobo in third. In the Stock V class, Latticrete, Shocker, and Fast Boys. And there's Team Woody. They've got the lead over Harpoon Harries. In Class 300, Cigarette Justice League. Running in third, here comes your leader in Class 400, Simmons Marine, followed by GNF and OC Offshore. 4.38 mile course here in Key West. These boats are running between 8 and 6 laps. There's the Team Woody Golf and Gator team leading in the 500 class. And here comes the Papamigos Powerhouse Marine behind them, and then the Girard Marine team. That looks like how they're running. 1, 2, 3. Jackhammer coming through. Joey, could you give us an update on Class 500, please?
Class 500, I've got you with Woody, Performance Boat, Bulletproof Good Cars, and then Papamigos coming in at 4. Here's the Steel 700 coming in here right now.
They're running unopposed.
And if you're watching, the Woodies is in control of bracket 3 right now. If they hold on to that, they'll be the champions. But the interesting one is Simmons Marine and GNS Motorsports. If that holds place right now, they'd be a tie, and we're looking at time differential.
All right, so all the boats have come back through, finishing lap number 1. The mods and Stock Vs are running 10 laps, 45 miles here today as we watch the elite boats come around turn number 3 in front of Fort Zachary Taylor. All of our bracketed class, the Class 3 boats, 8 laps, 36 miles, and Class 4, 5, 6, and 7, 6 laps and 27 miles. Looks like Boat Floater has extended their lead here on number 2 as they come back in front of the big group of fans at the Outer Mole Truman Waterfront.
The one boat I did not see come back through was Herbert Racing. And
no,
here's
it's
the
Express, guys.
actually the lead.
It was Express.
What,
They were out in front of Boat Floater.
what happened to Boat Floater? They were,
So that was Express. It's Boat Floater that's missing. Now Sheriff Lobo running in second. Latticrete.
There is some action out there by turn 1. Something's going on out there. There's a lot of boats headed out that way.
Latticrete leading in Stock V. Fast Boys in second. Now North Myrtle Beach in third.
If that holds on in your Stock V, Laticrete would actually be your world champions if they can hold on to this and keep Fast Boys 2 spots down.
At turn 1 in race 1 on Friday, here comes R&S Racing. They're running in 4th. Yeah, Sheriff Lobo spun out. Very close to boatfloater.com. So Team Woody continues to hold the lead in Class 300 ahead of Harpoon Harry's. And Cigarette Justice League coming around in 3rd. Team Octane holding on to 5th spot.
Smoke out on turn 1 there. So we have...
And Simmons Marine comes around. So we have an incident out at turn 1. OC Racing had gotten by GNS Motorsports at the end of lap number 2, but GNS pulls ahead. We'll see what happens coming out of the turn.
That battle's big for Simmons Marine right there, because if they can get OC Racing to stay in front of GNS, it would be Simmons with the win today that takes the title.
So we have the orange smoke out at turn number 1. They are having the teams navigate wide of that area. There's the 527. Golf and Gator Team Woodies with the lead. Bronx Phantom running in 2nd in Class 500. Goodcars.com in 3rd.
And when they have an incident like that and they have the smoke bomb out, they set up a safety zone. It's roughly 100 yards on each side of whatever the accident might be. And there's no passing allowed while the boats are in that safety zone.
So they're pushing them to the outside of the course, outside of the Malia, which is the turnboat out there at turn number 1. But we're still racing, as you can see out there, around that accident. Powerhouse Marine continuing the lead in 600. 549 coming across. Farnsworth running in 4th. There goes Gerard Marine X Insurance, 2nd in Class 600. And your smallest boat in the field, the 21 Superboat Jackhammer, Brian Guy and Julia Maldonado running in 3rd.
And they're staying right there with that little boat. It's incredible. A little 21-foot. It's crazy.
So we have the first race well underway. Again, something has happened to boatfloater.com. There goes your leader in Modified V, the 151 Express, 29 Extreme. Ian Morgan and Nick Impressia on board in control of this race, with the World Championships in their sight, but still a lot of laps to go. Shocker.
Nick Impressia's the son of Joey Impressia, so there's a lot of family value there.
So Shocker's taking the lead in Stock B class. Woody's and Harpoon Harry's side by side heading down to the harbor turn.
That was tight around the pin.
There's an orange buoy right out here in front of the Truman Waterfront Annex at the mole, and they're supposed to stay to the outside of that for safety reasons. They were all over the top of it.
We saw DF Young cut to the inside the other day when they were battling the X Insurance in that Class 1 battle the other day.
Well, if you watched the tape on that the other day, he was definitely pushed inside.
Yeah, I would agree. Just watching it live from my perspective, you can see that X Insurance was sitting on it and he had no other choice. It was a great move.
If we can look back into the harbor, let's see where Team Woody and Wicks ended up with each other. We'll sort out the stock class for you here in a moment, as we watch Simmons Marine come back around, continuing the lead over OC Racing. In 2nd, GNS Motorsports in 3rd. Wicks. Yeah, Wicks has gotten around Team Woody.
Sure has.
Heading back out to turn number 1.
That's a battle for that Bracket 3 World Championship right there.
All right, you can't see that on the live stream, folks. We apologize, but Wicks and Team Woodies came out of the turn. Wicks had looked like they were going to get around them. Those two teams battling in a couple of fountains. The Wicks 42 and the Woodies a 35. Team Octane has just come around and they're running all 6 boats still running in the stock V class. There's the 527. Dolphin Gators Team Woody. After lap number 3, continuing to lead, Brock's Phantom holds second and Good Cars third. And if I could back up to Stock V, we had a change. Shocker had took the lead. Latacrete now in second, and Fast Boys in third. Those boats are all very close to each other. They could change on this lap. North Myrtle Beach fourth, RS Racing fifth, Octane sixth. Of course, the big story is the winner from Friday in Mod V, boatfloater.com, down on the course. Try and get an update on that as soon as possible. All the boats out now, away from the harbor, in front of the fans, and here comes your overall leader, Express, fourth lap of 10. Powerhouse Marine continues to hold the lead over X Insurance Gerard Marine in Class 600. And there's Papamigos Farnsworth. They're running in fourth and 500. Shocker continues to hold the lead.
Team Woody, and there is no Harpoon Harry's.
So Team Woody has control now of Class 300. No sight of Wicks, who had taken the lead, heading back out on the southbound leg towards turn number 1. Here comes North Myrtle Beach Resort.
And he's got ahead of Fast Boys there.
So that's North Myrtle Beach third, Fast Boys fourth. Shocker in the lead, Latacrete right behind him in Stock V. No sign of Wicks. Lobo continuing to hold on to second. Remember, they spun out on Friday's race, and now they're running pretty good. That's a 29 Extreme. Dub, we talked to those guys in Clearwater. It's a first generation Extreme. They just had the bottom redone. They were very excited about how it was going to perform. RNS swings by in fifth, or in sixth, excuse me, fifth. Team Simmons continues to lead in bracket class 400. Did you see GNS come by?
I did not see GNS come by
so
either.
OC Racing holding on to a strong second. We don't see GNS at this moment.
That opens the door for Simmons for the World Championship there.
As we watch the Steel Team 703 come by, and they're running unopposed in class 700. But yeah, back to those guys hailing all the way from Trinidad. You got Shamil Mohammed on the throttles, Pete Rivero driving that boat. But they were bragging on the work that had been done on that Extreme Hull heading into Clearwater. Seems to be working real nice for them here today. Octane holding on to sixth spot here. A couple of notable teams not coming around. Of course, boatfloater.com, the Harpoon Harry's Wicks team, and GNS. There's Team Woody's Dolphin Gator continuing to lead after lap number 4 in class 500. Brock's Phantom in second. Good Cars right down the chute and chasing him hard on the outside there. But Phantom has the inside line on the turn.
That battle right there for second and third would be the battle for the World Championship second and third as well in that bracket 5.
And that bracket 5, that's, J.J. Turk, who's with Team Woody, from all the La Quinta fame and all the people up there in Cocoa Beach and, some of his sponsors and stuff like that. He's really put it all together.
All right, there's Team Woody in front of us right here. Let's see if we can catch some of these leaders coming in. Team Woody is having their day in Class 300 now.
Shocker opening up the lead there, too.
Who's your leader in Stock B? Latticrete running in second. Latticrete had the early lead after the first 2 laps, but the Shockers moved ahead, and they stayed pretty much at that span up to this point of the race. Here comes your leader in Class 600 from Key West, Nelson Sawyer, along with Damon Murata Jr., Powerhouse Marine. North Myrtle Beach in third, Fast Boys in fourth.
And that Fast Boys there, it's important to get the pass in front of them because that moves them from second to third in the World Championship ranking if they can get past that North Myrtle Beach boat. So that's a big important run for Fast Boys. Just get ahead of one boat there for difference between second and third.
If you head out to the back stretch, guys, heading southbound, you see Team Woody. Very fast, 35-foot fountain, twin 500 Keter engines. Now looking at Sheriff Lobo. Shamu and Pete doing a great job today in holding second in Mod V. Simmons Marines continues to lead in 400 GNS. Limping in, guys. Sad for them.
Done, yep.
Sad for them as we watch the Jackhammer 600 boat come through. OC Racing continue to hold second. We'll see if Simmons Marine continues to limp around the course or whether they head into the pits. They appear to be trooping on, continuing to run, but
you never
under
know.
Speed, yes. So in our major classes, the Mod V Stock Vs, they're out for their 6 to 10 laps here in the first of 4 races for the Key West World Championship. Live coverage on the Zone 97.7 Sports Radio coming to you from the Lichty Marine of Marathon broadcast booth. They have a full service department and hundreds of Suzuki engines in stock, priced to sell. LichtyMarineMarathon.com. And here's Octane. Octane is all 6 Stock V boats continue to run here today, all on the same lap. So no attrition yet in that class. Knock on wood as you watch coverage. Boats coming down around Fort Zachary Taylor and in front of us into the harbor. And the 527 Team Woody in first in Class 500. Only 2 laps to go. This is actually their last lap. Bronx Phantom. There's the Express. We saw Express come by leading in Modified V and Team Woody Racing leading on lap number 6 of 8 in Class 300. And both those boats having their day. And the 151 Express, really fantastic day for them. Shocker continues to lead in Stock V, followed by Latticrete. Yeah, Express got a great start, Joey Cook. He and Morgan Nick Impression, that 29 Extreme with the 630 Scorpion engines.
There's boatfloater.com in the infield.
Fast Boys now with a commanding control of 3rd place, just passed in front of us here at the broadcast booth.
That was a great run to get away from the North Myrtle Beach boat.
So I guess Boat Floater must have lost a gimbal or something because he's looks like they, the back end is underwater and there's something going on there.
They're rushing to get it out of the infield over to the cranes. What a rough day for Stephen Kildall. Powerhouse
There's
Marine.
your winner. Oh, no, one more lap. One more lap, Will.
Yeah, we have him for one more lap.
One more lap, yes. I shot.
A lot of traffic there in front of Harbor Hotels right now. 3 boats in 3 different classes. Simmons Marine comes back around, and that should be the race for them, I think.
That should be the race for them,
Yeah,
yes.
Simmons Marine winning today in bracket class 400. We saw North Myrtle Beach come through.
And that'll be a world championship for Simmons Marine as well.
OC Racing comes around. They're running in second. Did you see North Myrtle Beach come around?
I did, yes.
Yeah, so they're in fourth.
Yes.
RC Racing continues to always all 6 of the boats in stock class are still running. Powerhouse Marine, Key Wester Nelson Sawyer with Damon Murata Jr. They're out on their last lap. They led from start to finish in class 600. The X Insurance Gerard Marine boat in second, Jackhammer in third. So we've given away 1 checkered flag. We also saw Team Woody come around. There's the 600
I haven't actually
Jackhammer.
seen the Gerard Marine come around for a couple of laps. Did we?
Yeah, he came around.
Did he miss? I missed
Yeah,
that.
he came
was
in with that.
He was in that
he
mix
was
there.
that 3-boat mix that came in. So Team Woody, bracket 300, you have him for 1 more lap, is that right?
I do.
Yep, so he's out on his victory lap.
And there's really nobody else on that lap right now with them.
Octane.
He's about to get lapped. Oh no, the Express is Bod V. But I'm sure Shocker's not too far behind there. And here's Team Woody.
There is your winner today in black bracket class 300. 35 Fountain. Keeter Engines. Team Woody. Billy Shipley.
Woody back to back. There you go, a couple of world champions.
Chad Woody, and then the Golf and Gator team, JJ Turk and Michael Stancombe taking the win for Woody as well.
Yeah, Team Woody wanted to thank Dave and Alan.
Ladder Creed has made the move in front of Shocker there.
Ladder Creek gets by Shocker with 3 laps to go in Stock V. Finish your thought about Team Woody.
Team Woody, yeah, they wanted to thank a couple of their sponsors, Dave and Allie, and Little Quinta Hotels, and
Fast Boys.
and JT's Specialty Bar.
Imagine that. Here at the broadcast booth, we just saw Fast Boats come by in the lead. As we watch Octane go back out towards turn number 1 here. This is live coverage here in the Florida Keys on 97.7 Sports Radio. There is your overall leader, 151 Express, 29 Extreme with Scorpion engine, and Ian Morgan out of Sarasota, and Nick Imprescia, a New York guy. They came right out of the pack at the start and took turn 1 first. Had a little bit of a battle with Boat Floater after that first lap, but obviously, as Pete mentioned, Boat Floater had some issues and ended up having to get it towed back in. It's been their race all day, and they've smoked this course. They still have 2 laps after this one to complete, and they'd win a world championship. So we watched the 700 class boat finish up their race here today. That's Steel Racing. North Myrtle Beach running in 4th. And here comes Powerhouse Marine. This should be a championship
That is
for
a championship.
Class 600. Gerard Marine X Insurance will take second. So So a Key Wester in his rookie season, Powerboat Racing. That's the old Southern Arbor Services boat. Ran well here last year. As we watched Lobo from Trinidad cruise by. Congratulations. Know the local fans are excited to see another Key Wester. A long list of Key Westers that are raced in offshore. And he's another that now has wrapped up a world championship in bracket class 600. We caution everybody in the bracketed class, not in the mod Vs and stock Vs, but in the bracketed class, they have a bracketed speed they have to attain. We're watching GNS limp around the course, but continuing to run, try and gather points here. Simmons Racing.
Simmons should be your world champion again, barring any breakouts.
Yeah, they win today. Express. 2 laps to go.
Team Woody's still running.
Yeah, I believe we missed a lap because that should have been his last lap right there.
Okay, so Team Woody now officially is your winner here today. We'll just ask Billy to go back on the tape and take that exciting call and pretend like that was really it. Ladder Creek continuing to lead. Ahead of Shocker in Stock V. 2 laps to go. And there's Stancombe and Turk, victorious in Class 500 in the Golfing Gator Team Woody. Definitely think they took an extra lap.
Yes, I'm with you on that one for sure.
Fast Boys running in second, or in third, pardon me. And Bronx Phantom will take second in Class 500. Bulletproof will take third. Team Woody, big day for them. Couple of wins. Golfing Gator, Team Woody, JJ Turk, Mike Stancombe, and then Chad Woody and Billy Shipley in the 500 boat. Excuse me, the 300 boat. Yep. The 35-foot fountain had trouble, with beating the 42-foot fountain the other day, but today they were able to get that boat and run it hard. Much better water for them, and big win for them here in Key West. You have to salute a team in bracketed class racing that brings 3 boats to an event like this, travels around the country and supports the sport, and we salute Chad Woody and his team for their efforts and congratulate them on their win here today.
That bracket 300 race was really a great race when Harpoon Harry's had it up and going. They're just limping around in the infield right now waiting for the race to finish so they can make it back to the pits.
Delp, we talked to those guys in the dry pits in Clearwater, and they had just been working on that boat tirelessly to get it ready to that point. Barely had even tested it.
Yeah, the old Wicks Harpoon Harry's boat was a 35 fountain, and they just moved the motors over to the new 42.
Had the big advantage with the bigger boat, worked out well for them on Friday. So a couple of boats having some trouble today. Certainly the one of the biggest disappointment and interest was Boat Floater that ran so well on Friday. Had to get towed back in. They just barely averted an accident when Sheriff Lobo spun out next to him on Friday, and then obviously had an issue taking on water and getting towed to the pits there just shortly ago. And that was after a couple of laps here today. See some more boats coming through. That's the Team Farnsworth and Gerard Marine taking an extra lap, but Team Farnsworth will end up in 4th place here today. Steele and the overall leader, Express.
He's now lapped Lobo.
That's right, here's Lobo, who's been lapped. Just 1 lap to go for the Express, who passed in front of us here at the radio booth, going into the north turn. Down in front of the Harbor Hotels, he's your overall leader. So if we could follow him back out after he turns in front of the Harbor Hotels to our north, Latacrete right in front of us. Here's Latacrete. He's your overall leader.
That's his world title to lose right now.
Yep.
If it holds that way. Although he needs Shocker to come in second place.
Yeah, they were back and forth up until about 2 laps ago. And Latacrete took the lead now.
Oh, now Shocker's off, so that actually makes it very interesting. Now we're racing for time.
Fast Boys now in second.
So right now, point-wise, we're having a 289 to 289. They hold this way. 52 seconds differential at the end of Friday. Latacrete was 52 seconds back, so now that's what we're racing on time right now at this point between Fast Boys and Latacrete in that
You're
class.
looking at your overall leader. What a day for them. They led right out of the pack on the start. Express, Ian Morgan, Nick Impressia Jr., a 29 Extreme Scorpion engine. And the World Championship is theirs, going out on their final lap of the day. As we watch Jackhammer come through in Class 600, or Class 700, excuse me. Or was that 300? Yeah, that's 600. They'll finish third here today at the World Championships. Jackhammer, another team you got to salute. Between Jackhammer and Steel, they're all inside the Palmetto Marine, Maldonado camp. Dominic Steele, too. They campaign a bunch of boats, so 2 in super stock, and then they bring 2 into the bracketed class. That's 4 boats here to race today.
I will say
in
one
the World
thing.
Championships.
I will say one thing about 151 Express. They got some Scorpion motors in there, and Frankie used to do my motors, and they hold together. Knock on wood. No, don't jinx them here, but Frankie does a good job on the motors, and like I said earlier, Nick Impressia is following his father's footsteps.
Yep.
Out from out here on Long Island.
Yeah.
We were watching them out here during testing on Tuesday, and they were just super impressive. And I was surprised that they didn't run better on Friday.
Well, his pops ran with a lot of great teams. Stuart Ham, Recovery, Billy Moff, known as one of the great throttlemen of the 80s, 90s. Did so many impressive things and won a lot of world championships here in Key West with the various boats. And as you mentioned, those are some big boat shoes to
Some
fill.
big names.
Yep.
Big names. People forgot about them, but they're big names.
Shocker, it's like he took a hit.
Yeah, it did.
Something
hanging off the front.
Yep, as he comes by running in third here. RNS moving on to fourth.
We saw North Mortal B take into the pits on their last lap through.
Another boat under tow in the infield, just to the north of our broadcast position. And here comes Express. Here's your world champion, Stock V. Impressia and Morgan just passed through. There they are. We'll get a shot of them as they've just wrapped up. They won't be handing out checkered flags here today, but barring some sort of penalty all these results are obviously unofficial. We'll see our winner here.
Latacrete.
Stock V, Latacrete.
That should be for a world championship there. Well, no, actually, it should be. Wait, how many seconds behind? We should be timing this right now. 52 seconds is the difference between them and Fast Boys.
All right, Fast Boys.
And I definitely think it's less than that, so I'm actually going to call Fast Boys probably as your most likely world champion on a time differential. But again, we have to see what time comes up at the end here.
Yeah, that's definitely less than 52 seconds. Sheriff Lobo come around in front of our broadcast position as we're looking at one of the boats, the RNS team that's lagging behind in the stock class, running back in fourth position. Just have winners pass in front of us here at the broadcast booth. And
Sheriff Lobo was actually a lap down, but since the 151 Express finished and there was the Lobo was the only boat left in the class, they just turned into the infield.
just finishing in class 700, running unopposed.
They couldn't get enough. They ran
racing.
2 extra laps. That's going to make Richie happy.
Well, the race of the day was put on by Team Express, Ian Morgan, Nick Impression, congratulations to them in the 29 Extreme with the 630 Scorpion. They smoked the course, and they had a little battle going. They had a big battle, I should say, going on with Bo Floater through the first lap. Bo Floater actually chased them down and just got past them at the end of the first lap, but then something went awry out near turn number 1. Of course, we'll try and find out about that as the day goes on. And Bo Floater ended up under tow and then back to the Cranes. Sheriff Lobo taking second place. The battle all day long was in Stock V, back and forth. Latacrete had it initially for the first couple of laps, and then Shocker came around and took the lead for 4 laps before Latacrete battled it back on lap number 7, held on to win, and then some problems for Shocker. They ended up falling back to at least third. Fast Boys kept moving up from third and into second, and as we saw, Joey finished, we think, probably at about 15 to 20 seconds behind them for second place.
Right, and if you're going, again, at this point, it's tied in points. Exactly where we end up, 289 to 289 between Latacrete and Fast Boys. When you come down to that, the next time breaker is distance traveled, where they both finished every lap of every race of both races here this week. So it now comes down to time, and on 52 seconds was the differential on Friday. Today's, I'm with you, Todd. I think it was much less than 52 seconds that Fast Boys was behind. So that would be their world title, with Latacrete sitting as the number 2 team in that Stock V for the World Championship chase.
And bracket class 300, Harpoon Harry's and Team Woody's were going at it. Team Woody's, just from the start of that second start, they took the lead heading out to turn number 1. Harpoon Harry's did chase them down and got close to them. I think they actually literally got around them after the third lap in the harbor turn, and then we didn't see Harpoon Harry's again after that. And it was all Team Woody all the rest of the way. And
congratulations to Bill Shipley and his whole team.
Yep, Bill Shipley and Chad Woody, they win in the 35-foot the 35-foot fountain. That boat is a monster. Another big win for them. Also in bracket class 500, the Golf and Gator team with J.J. Turk and Michael Stancombe in that 28 Levy craft. In bracket 600, Powerhouse Racing. Nelson Sawyer out of Key West, Florida, with a big win here today in Key West in his first year of Powerboat racing. Damon Murata Jr. racing in that boat with him. Fantastic. He's got to be super stoked that they were able to win the championship ahead of X-Insurance, Gerard Marine.
Yeah, Nelson and the guys finished here strong, and they turned into the infield, and now they're getting towed in.
Yeah, may have ran out of gas.
Ah.
You know.
That's the way it should be. Yeah. Just have a little ounce to get through this stuff.
And then running unopposed in Class 700 Steel Racing. So all of these results obviously unofficial here today, but that's the way we've seen it. Just a quick shout out to all the local fans. Nelson Sawyer in that 24 Baja Outlaw. If you're wondering what his power was, he has an 800 Merc Cruiser engine. So they were in the bracket 600, bracketed speed at 70. And it really, let's mention it again, this is bracketed racing. So each of these classes had a bracketed speed, you know, between 60, 70, 75, up to 85 miles an hour. And they had to stay in it when they turn in their chips from the data loggers. If they have exceeded that speed, they will be disqualified. So these are the unofficial results.
Without a doubt, unofficial.
Yeah. The Shocker not coming back around that last time. The little RS Motorsports team, the little team that could. Yesterday we saw them keep chugging around and taking a 4th place. They did the same thing today, chug around to a 3rd place. And all results still leaves them 2 points short of a podium, as Shocker will still hold on 242 to 240, barring any penalties. Shocker is your 3rd place team in the Stock V, just ahead of that. The team that could, the RS Motorsports.
Well, they, talked to Johnny Stanch, and they did have a local sponsor here, the Half Shell Raw Bar and Phoenix Metal. They asked me to shout out for them, but as far as the Half Shell Raw Bar, I went over there myself a couple times. It was very good.
All right, first race is done. Now we'll have a break until 12:30 when the Class 1 and Extreme boats will race. 130 Super Stocks and 230 Super Cats and 450R. We got a big halftime report for you. A lot of great guests are going to stop by. Some big news too about the upcoming APBA season here with Race World Offshore and P1 Powerboats. We'll talk to Chris Fairchild of the American Powerboat Association and APBA Offshore Commissioner Rich Lures about that. Whole lot more. The folks from the Round the Island race in Bermuda, Chris Roke will join us once again. Grayson Acevedo will be by. So a lot coming up in the halftime report. Keep it right here. Keep your radio or your computers tuned up if you're watching on the live stream, which is sponsored by Maximum Inflation at the Race World Offshore's Facebook page. Enjoy the beautiful scenery here from Key West Harbor. Live coverage of the 41st Annual Key West World Championships.
I'd like to thank you guys. I won't be here this afternoon. I got to catch a plane.
You're leaving us.
Not that I want to leave, but you know there's only so many planes out of Key West a day, and I got to go to work tomorrow.
Well, we do appreciate you stopping by for this first race. Thank you.
Thank you for the invitation, all you guys, and I'll see you again at the next race.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Multi-time world champion Pete Meyer of the Instigator fame. Live coverage continues on the Zone 97.7 Sports Radio and at the Race World Offshore Facebook page from the Lichty Marine broadcast booth here at Race Central at the Truman Waterfront.
At Lichty Marine of Marathon, we're thankful for our wonderful customers, employees, Blue Turquoise Waters, and our great community. We can hook you up on a special deal for a Suzuki outboard engine, as we're an authorized Repower Suzuki outboard warranty dealer. New and used boats, trailers, parts, and accessories. You name it, we have everything you need to keep you happy. Lichty Marine, one-stop shop for all your marine needs. Financing available. MarathonSuzuki.com.
Berkshire Hathaway Keys Real Estate and Night Gardner Realty knows that a fast-paced market is a lot like a fast-paced powerboat race. It's critical to have a great captain at the helm to get you over the finish line. Reach out to any of our forever agents in our 4 offices throughout the entire Florida Keys and allow them to help navigate you through the real estate waters. Or visit them online at keysrealestate.com.
Looking for a good place to cheer your favorite team, listen to great live music, or simply feed your inner hunger with fantastic food? We'll get to the Sandbar, 511 Green Street, offering daily food and drink specials. Happy hour Monday through Friday from noon till 4. Live music and plenty of TVs to catch all the sports action. Home of the 3-pound burrito challenge and fish taco with an excellent late-night menu. Check out daily specials at sandbarkeywest.com. Sandbar Sports Grill, 511 Green Street in Key West. Give them a call, 305-916-5530. Race World Offshore's 41st Offshore World Championship from Key West, Florida is presented by Performance Boat Center. Live locally on the Zone 97.7 Sports Radio, and globally you can watch its live stream on the Race World Offshore's Facebook page. The Key West Championship. Let's introduce you to some of the many people behind the scenes.
Safety and rescue is a huge part of the World Championships, and there are a lot of men and women behind the scenes, and Sean Steiner leads the way, safety, rescue, medical director with Race World Offshore. Sean, you got quite a job with your team and a big team of support people here that come to each and every race.
Yeah, we have about a 21-man roster on the dive rescue team, and at this event we have a full staff, and we also have 2 medical doctors, Dr. Michael Jansen and Dr. Kelly Reed, on the RWO staff to assist with any medical and rescue needs. And most of the team, well, actually all of the team, is comprised of firefighter, paramedic, EMTs with a background in public